Hi, today we're talking about corporate card program. It needs to involve clear policies on who is eligible, what are the transaction limits, what can be reimbursed, and the separate person needs to be designated to oversee the reporting and also to issue those cards. The provider, whether it would be Caltex or BP for fuel card, whether it would be ANZ or BNZ or Bank of America, card provider, they need to have robust management tools in order to detect that fraud and also produce reports on a monthly basis that captures whether that's that fuel usage or whether that's those transactions that have been incurred by using the card. And insurance and training is paramount because the employee needs to understand the policies and perhaps even make to sign the acknowledgement that he understands the policies and understands what the reporting requirement is, the necessary documentation, and also the consequences of misuse of the card. The monitoring and controls are paramount. So the employee needs to collect the receipts for transactions, for example, and attach it to the monthly statement and to ensure proper coding against each transaction. And then we could conduct auditing if the software automatically captures those transactions. We could match the transaction for the GL to the supporting documentation and to ensure policy compliance. Or do random selection transaction to verify documentation and legitimacy. Watch for duplicated charges that have got excessive cash advances or like round number transactions. Of course, if the fraud detection has worked and we've detected the fraud via the provider tools and suspicious activity has been found, it's important to immediately react to it, right? Block the card, interview the card holder, and conduct investigative protocols to determine if perhaps the disciplinary action is required, and file the claim for the fraud. In terms of the reporting and optimization and reporting dashboard, use the software to track spending by department, vendor, or individual. If the transactions amount to higher amount than average expenditure for the particular month, that could be something to look at. For example, regularly review card usage trends, right, to just refine also the limit and update policies if required. There could be a person card holder who has changed the jobs within the organization, and that impacts on the configuration of the card. For example, they need to spend more to be able to meet business needs, and therefore the limit needs to be set at a higher range. So that configuration and being always in tune with what's going on is important. Essentially, thank you for listening to me. Until next time.